Good morning, everybody. So we are continuing our campaign with Britain. This is session 2 of this particular one. And we've just been building up, preparing for, the war to break out, basically. So this is my first time trying to stream on a couple of platforms. So we'll see how this turns out. It'll be a slight tech test, I suppose. Yeah, so I'll have to kind of be juggling back and forth a little bit more between different apps, more so than I used to, maybe. But yeah, this is how we learn. Get in there, experiment, and iterate and fix with time. Right, but let's get back into the game, shall we? So I think first things first, we just want to kind of have a look at, the events popping up here, just to remind ourselves what we were doing last time. So we have 64 political power. Do we want to spend any of that? We're happy to trade with Denmark for the time being, so I'm fine with keeping that up. I think I might just collect a little bit more. I like, spend these points on the government when possible. It looks like we have like a spot loose here as well. So I need 150 points for that. With that aside, I think the government is more or less set up in a pretty good way, almost ideal. We have a potential raid on Washington. I don't see why I'd like to take that. So we'll ignore that for now. And doctrines, I think these cost 100. So we'll do without for the time being. A little bit more. Though we can update this. We do seem to have something outdated. So let's have a quick look. That's going to be what? The G3 design. MK2, is that a tank? I wonder if there's a way to filter to simply show whatever's, needs to be updated. It's kind of slow. I have to scroll through the menu each time. Well, let's have a look. Maybe we'll spot it eventually. V3. MK1 or 2, was it? That's a early heavy ship, possibly. Yeah, that's the one. It is outdated. Do we have any different colors or anything to signify that? I'm not seeing a difference from the rest of the ones in the production queue. Well, let's switch it out, shall we? That's early heavy, and let's get the heavy ships. That should be, I think it's probably a battleship, right? So that's an early one, and that's a basic. So I think we did some slight changes to the way we configured it. And this is probably that version, right? So let's see if we can't just switch to this. That should clear that flag. Ah, yes, indeed. I remember this. Apparently the French are trying to kind of usurp our position within the alliance. I think they were rather far behind, though. Let's see. France is almost capable of human leadership, 81%. How do we get that window up? I wonder. This is something I haven't really dealt with before. So it's first off, I think you need to go to get the window right. I'm guessing it's Diplomacy or one of these. Oh, it's this one, right? The tiny little thing. Hey, Senya. Basil, right? How are you doing? We're just trying to stop the French from taking over our faction. They're edging their way closer day by day. And I have no idea how to stop them. Besides, maybe, of course, going to war with France. But that's not really one of the plans we had considered. So let's have a little look here, see if there's something we can do. I know we can get some faction goals, medium and long term, etc. But do they actually influence the influence? Because I think that's the thing we need to concern ourselves with, first and foremost. I actually haven't seen AI take over faction. I'm kind of hoping they won't, because I have no idea how to deal with it. Well, there's a first time for everything, right? It might be this game. Looked like Nightbot got somebody. Oh, this one got through. All right. Lane leadership. We do have that already, right? Because we're at 40%. We do have that crown as well. I guess we could also have to take it back. But there's got to be a way to deal with it, right? Maybe we'll just ignore it for now, Lasania. You know, if you say, like, you've never seen it happen, so maybe it will not happen. All right, let's just on pause. Not enough manpower or equipment to fulfill the garrison. That's not a good sign. I mean, it looks like we have the manpower. I'm guessing it's the equipment. So let's check the logistics. And it's probably this one, right? Because we've added anti-aircraft into the core kind of divisions. So let's move things around a little bit in production. So we start creating more anti-aircrafts. Also support engineers. I mean, they do have some for now. But this we need to fix, clearly. But first, switch up the research. Let's see, we're at 1938. Fuel refining. We're going to be needing loads enough for all our ships. And then the next thing we're going to do was, yes, change the production, right? Should be this one. No, this one. You could also change the garrison division so your main design division isn't used for garrison. Ah, okay, so I can kind of circumvent it a bit. Okay, so how do I... Because I'm guessing like garrison, is that like home defense? So it kind of automatically, they hunker down within the UK. And how do I turn it off as a default? Press the British flag and look for garrison. I mean this one, the big one. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, I see. It's one of these. Here's the garrison. Sort by garrison requirements. Kingdom of Egypt needing 31,000. That's quite a few. Ah, and see, and these are the selected divisions that are used to garrison, right? So I could change this. Ah, There we go. Thanks, Britannica. So let's set up a different one then. So we'll have like one with artillery, which is going to be like the one we go for long term. And then we'll do another one which doesn't require that for the garrison. Sneaky, sneaky. Okay, so let's create a new one. I wonder if we can just duplicate. Let's see. Yeah, just pure cavalry is used for garrison. Oh, that's right. Because they're probably better for like MPs and is there any problem with the population, that sort of thing. I suppose I could use cavalry brigade then. What do you reckon? Should I just switch garrison out to use the cavalry brigade? It is kind of looking like a lot of horses though. But ideally, I think I'd like to take this one. Let's do this here. Can I duplicate? There we go. Yeah, it only uses infantry equipment. Let's make a new one, right? Garrison and division. And I guess you could just make it smaller as well, right? And let's drop all this stuff. See, I wonder if we could give them like MPs, something like that. That could probably work and help for garrisons. Wait, where are the horses? I see. So we need to create a cavalry division. Interesting, yeah. Yeah, but it uses support equipment, which may be expensive in the long run. I actually think it's like support equipment, right? I don't have that much of it. That's another one that's kind of being hit kind of hard right now. Is the anti-air and the support equipment. So maybe that'd be a bit pricey, right? Actually, more of that's being used than the anti-air. Let's see, so we need about 1,000 units of this. Is quite a lot though, isn't it? So yeah, we should probably switch out the garrisons. Yeah, let's do that. So we'll instead just pick a cavalry brigade. Just make it simple. Occupy territories, and particularly the larger ones. Sudan, Egypt, horses. I mean, these should be camels, really. Just given where they are, right? Algeria as well. 45k, so many. I think I'm going to run out of horses at this rate. But let's go for it. We'll see what happens. Brilliant. Mm-hmm. Under the territory manager, you won't individually pick the division. Yeah, so it's more like just a general standing army that gets set up using the template I use. Because they're subjects, right? So I don't really have to manage them, too much. Unlock traits in military industry organizations. Yes, we like this part of it. Make things more powerful. Make things go boom. Let's see, gyro stabilizer does anti-airline attacks, all cruisers and battleships, shatter resistant caps, heavy attacks better. Here we have what, semi armor piercing. It's a tough choice, right? Because you can only take one of these. Light piercing. I lost 3 guns. But that piercing 5 fine. Okay, so this one's actually generally. Okay, it hits, it does more damage, or kind of is more likely to hit than with the attack, I imagine. And this actually does the damage if it does hit. So let's go with this. Light piercing will take out the supports, and heavy will take on the Scharnhorst and all the other ones. We'll need to be able to pierce. Let's do this. Okay, a few things have popped up. Just justification of war goal against us. Where is that? More used to the Universalis UI, so still getting used to this a little bit. Allies, military access, airbase. Well, that's fair enough, though. It's like the German Reich, right? So it's working on justifying the goal against us. Okay. That's according to plan, I suppose. Okay, so I have a few things we can do now. So let's get yet another one of these agents. What does this guy do? Seducer. This operator has shown an aptitude to get into people's heads, sometimes via the bedroom. And a linguist. I think this guy will be quite effective. Then again, do you have the escape artist here? I can't recall if I had one already. Let's see. Okay, where do I have the list again? Well, I think I'll get this one anyways. I also like having one that can actually get my agents out in case it's needed, which probably will be. But let's sort out this tech before we unpause again. So let's see, 38. I always check the year. Engineering. Let's work on the air a little bit, particularly the air support. Let's see, 0.33 years ahead. It's a little bit ahead, not too much. I suppose we could wait for like a few months and then pop onto that. Racket shooting. Mm-hmm. There we go. All right, so 3 dockyards, 2 to go. And pop that onto maybe some destroyers. I think I have some in production. Or maybe I have finished that queue entirely. Let's just check. It looks like, yeah, looks like we have all the destroyers. So let's make a new one. Maybe. Wonder if we can update it. We do have some naval experience, so might as well try to upgrade as much as possible. Looks like we have all the upgrades. In which case, we shall make one of these. We will give it, let's see the open slots, the 2 here. I think I'll put on infinite. We're going to be needing a lot of destroyers to deal with the submarines. There we go. Oh, prototype decision. So we were working on the Jericho class battleship, I believe. And we pick what to select next here. So we have heavy guns, speed, or light guns. I mean, obviously can be sucker for the heavy ones, the heavy gun. But we should probably take a look. Let's see, it might be 10% heavy guns. 15. Ah, that's juicy, isn't it? I think I'll go with heavy guns. You have to, right? Because, you know, I'm making a super battleship. And we'll just help it out with cruisers and destroyers. As for the light attacks. That's it, right? Click to show project events. I guess that's what this is. Is there another one? Oh, we get 2. Okay. Safety concerns. This new equipment will be quite exposed to all kinds of danger, making us concerned about the longevity on the battlefield. We could try addressing that by focusing on a helicopter. So we get that as well. I guess that would be like a helicopter that could fly off the, you know, the backs of the battleships. We'll go for sustainability. There we go, that should be it, right? And yes, I was actually meaning to change, you know, the production as well, so we get some more anti-air. We're kind of low on that in production. Anytime now. Difficult. Right, yeah. Artillery, wasn't it? Yeah, towed anti-air, okay. Do we have that in production, I wonder? Let's have a look. Ah, I see. We actually have artillery twice. We don't need that. So we'll switch that out for anti-air. Okay, so anti-aircraft, a couple of these. We should give it whatever we have remaining. I think we need, I don't know, we have so many we need. Let's put 3 factories on it, and we'll drop something else. Lagging out a little bit here. Okay, so instead of a 3, let's have it for infinite. Right, so I think we have the interwar close air supports. It's a little bit too many here. So let's drop that by 2. So can you push this up by 1 more? I think that might do it for now. Okay. All right, so new national focus. These are also a little bit tricky, I think. Yeah, so we've been working on like steady as it goes. I think maybe we should put a bit more into that. Another thing I did see last time we played, that you do have a tree here that actually pushes into improving your Navy and Air Force. So I'm kind of, tempted to look into that a little bit more before I get back to policies do with the empire as a whole. So I think it was over here somewhere. Things like this, right? So the British Commonwealth Air Training Plan. But for this, we would need to reinforce the empire, which we're already working on, I believe. Oh, we haven't picked that yet. Interesting. Okay, so let's look at these two, because they are exclusive, right? So we can only go one way. So revisit colonial power or policy. The times are changing. It is clear that independence movements will only continue to spring up across the empire in ever stronger incarnations. If we do not wish to be forced into pouring increasingly vast resources into suppressing these movements, then we must acknowledge that our empire has run its course and now must be allowed to find its own path in the world. Okay, so that's basically allowing for more colonies, I suppose. Whereas reinforce the empire, I'm guessing is the opposite. Our empire is vast, and despite our power, weakly defended. To combat this, we need to encourage imperial patriotism throughout the realm. Interesting. Two very different paths. Self-governing for Asia, decolonization. So we're basically decoupling if you go this way. Whereas if you go for reinforcing the empire, it looks like we're really trying to tighten the screws and hold on to every scrap of land we have. I think this path might be trickier. Develop New Zealand, development in Australia. I don't know. This one might be too hard for me on the first attempt with the Brits. So if I pick the one here, the revisit colonial policy, I think we can focus more on European theater, which is maybe the best way to do it for this particular playthrough. So let's do that. Right, so what else? Modify the government. We're getting quite a few points. I think I was looking for 200 to... Oh, here we go. Okay, so we get another one of these factories. This gives coal. And this one gives what? Factory energy consumption. It's a tough one. I mean, where do we use the coal? It's not on the ships, is it? That's going to be oil. But I seem to recall coal being very important. Where exactly does it go? That's what I wonder. For factories? Oh, to run the factories then. So run out of coal, no production, right? All right, so let's have a look how much coal we are currently getting. And that should determine whether we need that or production speed. My computer responds anytime soon. So get rubber. I think coal's all the way to the right. So we have 257. It looks like it's plenty, isn't it? So I would go for the electronics, I think. Let's see. There we go. Computer woke up finally. Yeah, so I'm kind of overloading at the moment. I'm trying to multi-stream for the first time. So we're kind of experimenting with like what kind of bandwidth can we allow ourselves, how much, how many things can you run at once without everything just crashing. So it's a bit of an experiment. Right, so I was meaning to, yes, do this. Yeah, but it's interesting. I noticed like all these menus in this particular game are very kind of heavy, I've noticed. Much more so than like in EU5, also Iron 4. Let's pick this one, English Electric. Factory energy consumption drops by 10%, and research speed by 15 for electronics. I shall live to regret this, but it's done. Let's check the ships again. Ships reporting. I know like the Brits actually had some submarines in World War II. Not too many though. But I think they actually did some mining operations. But not like nearly as much as the Germans, of course. But the transport ships, we're going to be needing them eventually. So maybe something like that. No, we need to wait a little bit. This we can do though. Magnetic detonator. Good for torpedo attacks. We have torpedo cruisers, so we'll use this. This one gives me 80%, so we'll pick that one. Another fleet dockyard. There we go. And let's see, and military factories as well. That's fine, yeah. We need supply, don't we? I was like one of the things we're really low on. But it's looking a bit healthier now, though. Still need much more of this, but we have 1.1 now. Is there anything else that's really in dire need? We don't have any naval bombers. We should probably get those. I think I was looking at last time, but we needed some sort of research to actually be able to create them. So we can have a look now, see if we have that. So that should be, yeah, production. I wonder if that's going to be, no, it's going to be here, isn't it? The Vickers. I'm back, what happened? What's been here? I've been doing a few things. Yeah, I picked like, I created a new factory to increase the research into electronic things. And we picked the colonial affairs approach and the decision tree. So we're going to try to decouple a little bit, let them fend for themselves, put themselves a little bit more. That way I can focus on Europe. And I think that's going to be enough for me for like the first playthrough of Britain. So I'm actually trying to create some naval bombers. And yeah, this one looks like a naval bomber. This is probably from a carrier, just judging by the icon here as well. So maybe we should do the Blackburn. There we go. So now we have all the factories working again. Germany is justifying on Poland. They're actually justifying on us as well. So they are ramping up, I think. It's all starting to happen soon. This number's looking a lot healthier than before. It's happening slowly, but it's working. Actually, we can probably do like a, what's it called? Like a specialization. We have 100 points. Is Poland on the allies now? Let's see. It's got to be one of these, right? Oh, we don't want the day-night cycle. that's the worst. Wait. That's the one, right? You can right-click. Yeah, you can just right-click it. Yeah, of course. So we should be able to see the faction. Not aligned to anybody right now. No faction. No redactions. Ignacy Moskiki, the king of the castle. I see. Portugal seeks to purchase British ships. I think we can afford it for the time being. I'll get a civilian factory. Right, more research. This time it looks like it's into airplanes at a submarine factory. So, which one do we want? Air defense, agility. This is completed. So we went down this path. Shortened wings, reliability. What's this? Seaplane origins. Only for all small and carrier planes. Subdetection. Oh, this could be good. Subdetection, subdetection, naval targeting. So these will pick out the submarines. It's like I'm building everything just to sink submarines. It's like, that's the only thing I can think about. But let's do this one. I like this. I like it. And this is the Munich conference. So building anti-tank could also be good against Germany. Yeah, I think like for the infantry, you have anti-tank attached to them, but you're thinking more like proper anti-tank, like vehicles maybe? Like the Jagdpanzer, if I was playing Germany. Let's see. So we have the Munich conference. German demands for Sudetenland's region of Slovakia. Yes. Why can't I speak? Oh, man. The support and anti-tank. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have it, but let's check it afterwards. I'll just read this first here. Czechoslovakia, where a significant number of ethnic Germans live, have come to a head. Adolf Hitler has positioned forces along the Czechoslovakian border in preparation for an attack. Talks are being held in Munich between Britain, France, Italy, and Germany in the hopes of negotiating a peaceful end to the Sudeten crisis. What will the British position be? We'll be dragged straight into it, won't we? But that's kind of what we want, isn't it? So let's say Czechoslovakia must be defended. There we go. Early WW2? Possibly. All right, so let's check the unit's construction, right? Because I'm pretty sure. So this one. Yeah, so we have anti-air, artillery, anti-air. We don't have anti-tank. How could I miss that? What a muppet. Okay, so why? Maybe it's at the bottom. Regimental supports. See, that's why I couldn't see it. Let's see, this is artillery. Infantry guns, defense, breakthrough, soft attack. We're looking for hard attack. Heavy weapons company. Do you think it's possible I haven't researched it? Like the support parts. These are all the same, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's it, isn't it? I'm missing it. So we should get right on that next time we get like a research lot. That's a really good idea, actually. I just kind of assumed it was part of my regiment. Okay. Sudanese crisis is kicking off. All right, so we have some points. Wait, it's not minus 156? In that case, I didn't think this could go under 0. I must have misread it at some point then and bought something. Okay. Interesting. Well, you learn something new every day. Sneaky France. 82% though. France is almost capable of receiving leadership. I like to look at that. All right, call to arms, request from France. Here we go. I'm asking for trouble. Maybe I'm jumping in too early, but, worst case scenario, we lose horribly and we start again, either with England or another nation. Call to arms. The France wants help in their war efforts. Alliés. Czechoslovakia, Republic, Syria, and Lebanese enemies of German Reich. We will accept. Of course we'll help the French. And this is going to be the same thing, isn't it? And then things are going to kick off here, because Italy, of course, is, in allegiance with the Germans, I believe. So I'll have to fight them here. So then the thing I wondered about, like with the garrison, are these garrison? At the thing here.
Ready!
Are these considered garrison, or are these just like individual units? And garrison just like something you don't even see on the map, just like a control force to keep rebellions from happening and that sort of thing. Garrisons are like passive. Oh, okay. So it's like disconnected from these units on the map. Okay, good to know. We are at war. The German-French war. Well, time to get those ships out of the docks and the aircraft off the fields and start fighting some units. Those are just regular divisions. Yeah, doctrines. Here we go. So, I'm guessing screens is probably good. First and foremost, to protect the heavy ships from the subs and air raids, I suppose. Fleet quarters are 10% for hunter killer groups, anti-air. What's a new school? Convoy rating? Not too worried about that. I don't think the Germans had that many convoys during the Second World War. Integrated operations, screening efficiency. So this might be what we want. Either this or this. Hunter killer groups. I guess if I click it, I'll see what else. Oh, yeah, I get to see what we get. All right, good. So let's have a little mosey down. So this is the integrated operations. Speed damage reduction. Light cruisers. Weather penalty. reading efficiency, and finally surface detection. And the 100 kilo ones gives us sub-detection 15, carrier sub-detection. They're going to have a bad day if I go for this. But then, you know, you also have to deal with, like, the Bismarck and all those ships. And that was a lucky strike. I remember I actually read the book about the Bismarck and how that sank. And, I mean, really, it was just a lucky shot, wasn't it? Organization, and I'm kind of tempted to go for the 100 kilo groups. Yeah, let's do it. Just because I'm tempted. I'm thinking the joint operation might be better in general, but, you know, I'm going to try this. Okay, excellent. So onwards we move, and then we have air wings with no missions assigned. So let's get the war mode on. Let's see, it should be... Really relaxed with war breaking out. I just got humming to myself. What if Churchill did that? You know, a cup of tea and a good record in the background while planning out the invasions. See, where's the diplomatic map mode on this thing? Compliance, resources, military raids. I mean, I guess we kind of know, right? It's not really that complicated. You got Germany probably eating fish and chips. True. You know, you have to stay true to your nature. Support the local industry, particularly during warfare, right? So, fish and chips are actually kind of good. And the strangest thing, like in UK, they often, you know, eat fish and chips with vinegar, which is really strange to me. At least it was at the very first. But yeah, it's an acquired taste. All right, but let's get some of these birds in here, shall we? Let's put some of these on patrol to begin with. Some sales support. We need, first and foremost, we want to look at the fighters. We just want to dominate the air. We could give close air support to the French, I suppose. If we can find one of their units, because they're fighting on these fronts. I wonder, can I relocate my air unit to a French airfield and fly from there, seeing as we're allies and all? Yeah, put them in a French airbase. Yeah, okay. So they can move the CAS to do that. And the tactical bombers. And we... That's all of them. I suppose we could just... I'd like to have some behind. Also supports. Standing by. So these I want to keep locally, just in case the Germans come over with some fighters. So let's put them on air superiority. Guessing something like this. The English Channel. Okay. They're currently in the North Sea, but I think probably the English Channel is the better option. We probably need to guard both, right? But let's do this one first. With the Hawker Furies. Just try this again. Is it actually... is it right click? No, left click. Right click to assign selected air wings to this area. Okay. I'm not sure if it's doing anything. It's still standing by, though. Deception, strategy bombing. Oh, it looks like it's not working properly. None of the selected air wings can be assigned there. Why? Air wings don't have coverage? Are they too far away, maybe? Yeah, you think it's out of range. Might be. Where are they located? Maybe they're here somewhere. Double click. That should bring me to them on the map, right? They're in Alexandria. It's in Egypt, yeah. No wonder they're out of range. Let's see. Figuring this out. So I think I just want to bring all of them back home to begin with. Can't I just select the... Okay, that's the whole squadron. And then can't I just rebase them? Start by doing that, just flying them home. Here to close air, so G-bombing. Yeah, select all and put them in a single airbase for now. Yeah, so I think I have them all selected now. And I'm trying to... I mean, put it to the south in Paris, ideally. Is there a different... like a command to send it to new airbase I'm missing? I've done this before, but it's a while ago. Because I had them all selected. I've been right-clicking on the airbases. Left-clicking just selects the area, but it doesn't actually move the unit there, right? Like the Pro. This is all like considered out of range. There's gotta be like a rebase command somewhere that I'm missing. Create a group, select. Control air recon sweep. What's this? Strategic bombing. You right-click on the plane icon in the province. Yeah, but like the problem is like it's like they don't have the range to fly home, right? They'd have to stop at different airfields on the way, I suppose, to refuel. And for that, you need some sort of leg system. Now, we should be able to fly to maybe... Well, maybe they really can't get anywhere. Because, like, we need to cross Italy and at least get to Spain. We do have some friendly hits here, though, so maybe the Algiers. You could just right-click it on the spy to range. Oh, these little things. Okay, so we have airbase over here, at least. Okay, yeah, I was trying it. I must have misclicked. I must have clicked just like a little bit outside of Paris. Okay, brilliant. So I just want to make sure I bring all the air groups back home. Well, this one's a Kuala Lumpur, so that's even further away. So maybe we'll leave this one behind. But anything kind of a bit closer, we'll pull home. In Yorkshire. All right, so this one we should be able to put on air patrol. Right click. And the other one we'll use it for the English channel. Okay, well, you can just move south then. All right, when they get there, I'll put them on the English channel. Very short range this early on in the war. But the tactical bomber squadron, that can move to Paris as well. And this one does some fighters. I think we'll support the tacticals with this unit. And I'm guessing these are on the carrier, the HMS Furious, which is somewhere. Yeah, text will be getting used to, but it's actually kind of cool. The whole kind of setup of the forces being strategic like this. Okay, so they have arrived now, and at Ile-de-France, Germany Commodore, you already lolled. Okay, so we'll put these on air support here. Maybe they need to land properly first. We'll give them a moment to recover. We also have this air unit up here somewhere. This one's in Greater London. That's a tactical bomber. We can move this one south. I'm trusting that the French will protect Paris. I actually saw a game where they just kind of gave it up. Didn't even fight to protect it. So I don't know what the AI was thinking. But that's what happened. Okay, so this one's currently protecting. This is the other one. I think this is one in good south, isn't it? So let's try adding this one here now. Beautiful. Okay, so the whole channel is now protected. So strong start. Defense. Okay, so we have all these in the East Midlands as well. Germany could steamroll through France if they go through Belgium. Yeah, I guess I'll have to keep an eye on it, right? So if they... Whoa. I guess the war has started. Wow. Yeah, so I'll have to keep an eye on that. If they start pushing hard with blitzkrieg and, with panzers and all that stuff, I'll probably have to pull back my air forces to local shores instead. Okay, so join the Sultanate. I'm guessing we're just joining all of these, right? German Reich, yes. Yeah, it's basically just kicking off, isn't it? Just making sure. Yeah, this is where my computer starts melting, right? Where everything's happening. We'll see. We'll see. Nice. Germany versus the world. Very brave of them. Or foolhardy. Okay, so now we have... It's so confusing seeing my airplanes as red. Is that like green or blue? I keep thinking they're enemies, right? Right click to dismiss. Lots of little windows. All right, I think we need to build more fighters at this point. I think we're kind of low on that actually in the production queue. So we get inter, small airframe. I think these might be more fighters. The Gloucester Gladiator, right? Hawker Hurricane. I think we might have to switch. Oh yeah, so the icons here, that's what shows you what they can do, right? Love Hurricane. Okay, so let's max that a little bit. So we'll put it to 5. So it'll kind of eat up whatever production queue comes through. Up to that point. Germany and Italy. I mean, I've only played on this side so far. This is like new for me, not being on the Allied side. So I played Italy 3 times. First 2 times they go too well. And the third one was going quite a bit better with your help and from others in the chat. But then, like I mentioned on the early stream, hey, Palokis, welcome in. DLC came out, or a patch or something. It just kind of, it ate all my saves, basically. So I had to start again. So the Warriors broke out, Pavlokis. It's all happening now. And I'm just waiting for my computer to melt. So that'll be interesting to see, hopefully. I should probably save at this point. Let's keep it a quick one. There we go. Righto. So we have some units here. Yeah. I was just gonna say, yeah. Yeah, they just added random things every update. Yeah, actually, like Bishlania, after that, I've stopped all updates on Steam, all automatic ones. Now I'm just gonna like manually update. Because you're spending hours in each campaign, right? And then they just push an update and it just says, can't load, sorry. It's not even like, oh, some stuff might break. It'll be updated to the new change. No. Just can't load. So I've done that now. So I shouldn't have these problems again. So I'll only update between campaigns. Okay, so let's have a look at these. We have some beautiful early fighter, the Hawker Fury. I actually know that name. Okay, so let's do air support or superiority. And electric, right? Tactical bombing. We should pick a good target for that. So supply. I think there's a map mode for that. So infrastructure. That's not it. I think it should be like a supply one, right? Is that it? Here we go. So we can see the actual train tracks. Oh. Okay. Don't zoom in or out too much. But I think before I make a decision on where I put this, I want to see where the front is happening. And I suppose I could try to load the graphics. That might help, maybe. Should we give it a go? Game options, video. It's already kind of low, isn't it? But reflections tends to be bad. We think we could probably turn that off. High quality pixel shader. If I turn off 3D units, do we just get like these kind of flags telling us, oh, there's a unit here. We don't actually see anything anymore. Reflections is a big killer usually. I like shadows for visibility, but it could make a difference. Yeah, so it's just like units instead of actual graphics. Okay, we'll try this to start with. Maybe take off the high quality pixel shader. Oh, well, I'm hoping some of them activate. I mean, this is fine, like when I'm playing by myself, when I'm not streaming and not running like a gazillion extra apps, and not try to multi-stream as well. But, you have to kind of modify and trying to find like a nice little kind of point where it all kind of works. All right. See, I'm not seeing any fronts currently. Oh, look at them all fuzzy now. Look at that. Look at those beautiful graphics. That's too bad, isn't it? We can't have it like this. I'd rather have the unit counters. It's terrible. Goodness. Imagine if the game came out like this. It's so bad. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we have to switch some of these back up. Just bear with me here. Oh man. There's also a mod where it makes the game much more smooth. Will you happen to know the name of it, would you? So I think I just broke the game now. It doesn't want to go back. Oh, man. You think? We'll render resolution. We're almost back to everything. We just took off reflections now. Okay, I should... It's a little bit better, yeah. So maybe like with that mod, it'll fix it. Hopefully so. Such a fun game, though. You know, the more I play it, the more I start understanding it and like all different kind of strategic layers of it, the more I'm getting into it. So let's go check out the airplanes again. Ah, okay, we need to get our ships out of as well. I forgot all about them. Let's see. Undamaged. So 6 German submarines, and they sank some convoys. Right. I think it's just named Smooth Gameplay or something. I'll check it out. Yeah, thanks for the pointer, though. I'm sure I'll find it. It's probably going to be like one of the top mods recommended. Naval combat. So we should probably send out our ships and start protecting the channel. So the British theater, and that's the Mediterranean Command. North and South Americas. I set this up, but that's a while ago, so pretty sure we had like a home fleet. These guys are in Mediterranean, off in Alexandria, fighting a good fight in the dunes and among the pyramids. This was off in Bermuda by the US. But these are off in the East Indies. And these are just the reserve fleets, basically, and they're all we have left. That's atrocious. There's lots of units, but yeah, because there's something in the game which makes it unstable, even on multiplayer. It basically removes the things that make the game lag. Ah, that's, yeah, I have to check that out. Yeah, I'll look for it before next stream. Because like I can't kind of play like this, but I also want you guys to, have a good viewing experience. Even if I can grit through it, you may not be as forgiving to the graphical glitches and the hiccups. But we'll see. Right? All right, so here's the thing, right? The reserve fleet. That's something, I've never really looked into before. Does anybody know, like, how they are different from regular fleets? I guess they're just not fueled and ready or something like that. So it's like when you mothball a fleet in EU5, for example, you decrease the usage of resources down to a small percent, but they're only like at 10% strength, and you need a few months to kind of get the troops on there again and fix the ships before I actually send them out. Is the reserve fleet similar to that in EU5, like here in House of Iron 4? Okay, but they're better then, so they're simply not assigned. So there's a bunch of ships I can use here, but they haven't been put in fleet. In that case, yeah, didn't actually mean to put all of them in there, but that's okay. We'll sort it out. Okay, so British home and defense. Okay, I will have to kind of bring some of these out again. Yep, no manpower used. More like reserves, yeah. But there's no need to kind of patch up the fleet or anything like that, to get them seaworthy. They're not like rusting in the harbor until I send the men in to fix them up. Right, so let's deselect some of these. Let's start by bringing out the... nothing like that. Okay, good. Thanks, Bishlania. All right, so I'm going to take the subs, bring them out into their own thing. Select. Okay, so this way I can kind of throw a few of them over, hopefully. Okay, so you can control 10 fleets. We need to get rid of 2 more. So let's look for some more submarines here. BDDs in Lothian. It's a small fleet. Number 4s. Yeah, I kind of like usually having the submarines in their own little thing. I mean, they go supply raiding and that sort of thing. So they don't... I tend not to make them operate too much with the main force. But apparently they're quite good for sinking fleeing ships. So having some submarines might be good. Just need to pick one thing here I don't really think is needed. So maybe this one. The Humber Force. So one more, and then we're good with the British Home Defense. What's our most stinky little fleet? This one, in Lothian. 3 DDs. There we go. So now we have a British Home Defense. You could merge them all and separate them after. Oh, that's right. I could also break the fleets or merge the fleets into a massive super fleet. That's true. Okay, just doing a little checking here. Look like both streams are pretty stable. Quite happy with that. All right, let's see. I mean, but this works for now. I do need to bring them a little bit together in any case. So let's just send them all down to London for the time being. So it's a little bit more centralized. Yeah, some are in Africa and Asia. Yeah, that's the British theater, apparently. But some of them, these are like split. I should rename this one. This is just not right. Let's call it the International Theater. But these are all over the place, right? And I'll bring the home to the top. And secondary. Oops. Yeah, that looks better. So let's see. So I think I'm going to send some of these just to patrol, basically. So let's have a little look. What sort of units do we have in each? So we got battlecruiser, carrier, and this looks like one of the main ones. Heavy cruiser, DD, and this is the home fleet, apparently. Carrier, 5 battleships. Yeah, this one's heavy. This is the motherload. 2 battleships. It was like in Second World War, right? I don't know how the game mechanics work best. You know, do you want to mothball kind of going with super fleets all the time? But like in World War II, a lot of these would operate in much smaller units. Like maybe 2 cruisers, a few destroyers, 1 battle cruiser, a few cruisers, that sort of stuff, right? And it kind of looks like they set them up in a similar sort of way. So maybe if I can operate them similarly, it'll give a closer approximation of the experience as for commanding the troops during that time. Yeah, because some are on Asia and Africa even. Yeah. So you can't just send everything, right? So we're going to want, this one looks good, 2 light cruisers and 10 of these. And we'll send them off. We'll let them sail down to London first. Once they arrive, I'll send them to patrol the English Channel. This looks good to work against submarines. I usually just merge them as one massive fleet. Yeah, I can see that in multiplayer. I just feel like it'll be less fun, right? I mean, then you move away from the simulation experience to like game min-maxing, right? So I don't know if that's necessarily how I'd love to play it. Because in a single battle, you could lose almost all your fleet. Yeah, that's it, right? So I'm just kind of wondering a little bit how the game is put together as far as that goes. So, like, does the AI tend to send out just like a massive fleet or two and keep picking off your small fleets? Or are they kind of more scattered like it was in real life? This looks like a really good fleet to patrol the English Channel here. So let's put them to work. I see. I need to break them off into their own little unit then. Some are scattered. Sometimes it's a big fleet too. Okay, so I need to be mindful of this. Naval speed. This one is good for this. And we'll give them the order then to patrol. Okay. And that should be what? Just patrol. Should be easy enough. Good English Channel. Yeah, it looks like we're losing a lot of convoys down there in the French Bay of Biscay. Just like in real life, patrolling with a huge single fleet might drain your oil reserves in a single day. So it might not be wise. Exactly. That's why I kind of want to send out these smaller ones. I've also played a lot of kind of sub-sims, like Silent Hunter series and the more recent U-boat one. And from that perspective, I've seen what a lot of these compositions were, particularly around England. And they actually had like, there's some mods that really add to the realism and actually have actual fleet compositions and movements as there was through the war, making it really interesting. Most are on the port unless spotted as of a fleet. Okay, yeah. So you can have airplane spotting maybe, and then you can put in a command, right, to move out. and engage if they're spotted, right? See, these are all standing by, and they're all in France. Okay, so we're seeing a front here finally. Let's check out the resource. Maybe we can bomb their support and thereby kind of push them back. Close their support. I'm going to try and support these units if I can. They're attaché to north of France. And this one finally is actually protecting here. This is one unit, well, 100 planes. And we clearly need more, but this is what we have currently, so let's use that for good. And we could move to Nancy then, if they're still out of range. Standing by. Ah, yeah, I guess the fighters, right? So these would go to the Nancy airport. That should bring them in range. I like keeping these strategic bombers a little bit further back, though. Standing by, and let's put in the air support command to the Western Germany. Being modeled Norway has passed away. This guy's not in for a good time. He has like a cross-eye on his head. It's not going to turn out well for him. All right, so what are we looking at? RSAF Enfield. Infantry stuff. Yeah, we'll give them additional softs and reliability. I'm also streaming on another platform. I don't know if I can say it while I'm on Twitch, right? But the stream's going on at 2 locations at the same time. You can probably figure out where the other one is. So the first time I'm trying that out, see how it works. And I'm streaming different things, like the music, for example, is not being streamed to YouTube, or shouldn't be anyways. So that's stuff I'll have to check out afterwards. Yeah, it all gets kind of complex, but the same stream, for the most part, besides different audio, is going to the 2 platforms. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, we have an attacker here. Ah, the submarine's moving. They're moving back, though. They are being sneaky, as is their nature. Oh. Yeah, you'll find like a link to it, actually, on the About page there at the top. I'm kind of curious to see what it looks like on your end. And if you can send me a message there as well, I have like a custom application I put together, which should hopefully show me the chat from the other stream platform as well. So that'll be kind of cool to see if that shows up and whether it shows me from which platform it is correctly. So if you're for doing that, Senya, that'd be super cool. Just like a quick message just to see if it works. I would appreciate it, but you don't have to, though. All right, so the subs, I think they lost one, right? Ah, so we get some French DDs here as well. It looks like we might need DDs as well in this bay. Okay, let's see. Should be... Let me check the Twitch page real quick. Yeah, I should have. It's not in the about section. It's actually like... Let me check. How do you get to it? Yeah, if you click on about on the Twitch page, you see where it says like either unbox on the various stream VTuber, like that little blurb. You have links to a few different platforms, and it should be the first one there. You know, it's kind of fun listening to this old music, you know. It kind of sets you in the right mindset, I think. And it's not something you normally put on. I enjoy all kinds of music. I mean, I suppose maybe I'm being too mindful. I don't think they necessarily mind it too much. Until you become partner, it's fine to stream on multiple platforms, but I don't think I can advertise it during stream as such. But, you know. Mm-hmm. It might be flying. Yeah. You are. I mean, that happens to me all the time, right? When you're trying to find something, like a small link somewhere, it's just impossible, right? It's basically WT, and the you know, my handle there is the same as here, basically. It's basically Vox Chill, but ing at the end of it. So Vox Chilling, because Vox Chill wasn't available. And I'm, you know, it's being broadcasted live there at the same time. For better or worse. But hey, Mean, how you doing? How are you at War 1338? Because I'm the meanie here. No, I decided to I think I was assisting Czechoslovakia or Poland, something like that. And we just got pulled into the war really early. I figured that would be a super cool idea. As a really experienced player, obviously. You know, I didn't think it was worth to ramp up the army or anything before we jump into World War II. So here we are. As you do. Makes sense, yeah. Revisited the colonial policy. So we tried to decouple them a little bit. And guide to the colonies, let's see. Yeah. And I think they kind of let them handle it themselves. I'm going to be busy here in Europe. Oh, by the way, Mini, maybe you can check it out for me if you find it. I'm trying something different for the first time. I'm streaming on Twitch and on another platform at the same time. And I'm kind of curious to see, you know, if the live stream is holding up well on the other platform as well. You can find a direct link to it on the About page. It's the first link there on the right, next to the description about myself. So like above the section with all the fancy graphics, right? Just like the text at the top. So you got like YT, Instagram, and something. So it's basically the YT link on the top there. So if you're up for it, just pop in there real quick and just send me a short message like hi or anything like that. I kind of want to see as well if my custom application will pick up the message from that platform and show it to me as well. Okay, yeah, that's correct. Don't see anything live there. Oh, okay. So let me check something then. Because then something might be going wrong, right? It's supposed to be live currently. Yeah, I don't know how strict they are about like mentioning it outright. I know it's fine until you become partner to multi-stream, but like being super vague in what I'm saying just in case, right? But I'm probably being like overly cautious. So let's see. I'll have a look actually. This is supposed to be live. Ah, okay, I see. So maybe I'm missing something. Give me a second here. It says it's live there. Interesting. Twitch relaxed a lot this year. Basically, don't ignore your Twitch chat and you're good. Okay. Brilliant. Yeah, I figured I should try it out, see how it goes. I mean, it's putting more load on the low pressure on the computer. I don't know if that's what's causing the game to hiccup like it is currently. We'll see, right? New subscriber. Bam. Facebook gaming? I don't know, man. That's a bit of a stretch. I haven't used Facebook for a few years, I'm not sure I want to get back into that. I can, play for all the housewives. TikTok streaming, yeah. And do what I must. Why did Nightbot ban that message? Warn you. There's nothing strange about it. I do what I must. That's all you said. Blacklist spam warning. But it seems like you could type in a message afterwards. It was just a warning, wasn't it? I keep an eye on it in case you get banned accidentally. I might have to turn off Nightbot again. Okay, so give me 1 second, guys. I'm trying to figure this stuff out. Skip ahead to live broadcast. In the WT Studio, it's actually showing me that it's streaming. And I have like an end stream button and everything. So I don't know what the deal is. Oh, well. Oh, well. And I can actually see my game being played there. So it's kind of weird that it's not showing up for you. Interesting. Okay, let me double check the Twitch as well. Just to make sure you haven't been banned mini temporarily. Because it's a bit weird like that, the Nightbot sometimes. Oh, you're good. Okay, brilliant. Yeah. Okay, well, yeah, I'll just keep playing here for now then. I'll look further into the other stream later on. I figure out what the heck's going on, why it's not showing up. I might do like a single stream there. For a few minutes, just to see if it is working right. Yeah, it's all experimental. Anyways, so back to the game. So, the Jellicoe class battleship, matter priority defense. I think maybe reinforced armored hull will have a lot of DDs and aircraft to do all this screening against torpedoes. So I'm not too worried about that. I'm more worried about like the Bismarck and the Scharnhorst. So let's do this. Okay, so we have this. That should be it, right? Yeah, I'm gonna be needing that mod. Yeah, like a mod to fix the performance. The Bishlanya was pointing a mod out to me earlier that apparently fixes a lot of these issues and it should help speed up the game. Because it's usually fine when I play it by myself, but then when I kind of not streaming and I have to run all this other stuff as well, it becomes a little bit much. And it slows down, as you can see here at times. Yeah, so we got some attackers here. Yeah, so it looks like the subs are trying their best. They are being pushed back, which is what I like seeing. So I'm thinking maybe I should put some aircraft here as well to like naval bombers, something like that. That could help with sinking some of these ships that might be close by. Now, the other alternative is me to just play games with stick figures in it, and then I'm guaranteed to be good. Would that be fun? That's another question entirely. I do like a little graphics in my games. Alright, so let's have a look here again. We go standby. I'm looking for maybe a bomber of some sort, torpedo bomber, if we have one. What's this? Close air support. I think we'll send these south as well. They're currently in East Anglia, and I think the French front can do with all the help they can get. Let's try this again. Okay, so they've arrived, and now we should be able to put in a command for close air support. Should probably right-click that, I think. Try that again. That's not coverage. I'm pretty sure they were there. Okay, this is another one. I see. Let's just get in south first before we do anything else. Right, so now we can give him closer support. There we go, looking better. Just want to get some of these units into action. And I could actually send like a stronger fleet down to the Bay of Biscay. It seems like we have some destroyers there as well. I know the Germans had, at least in the later parts of the war, they had some bases up here. Some in Italy, of course, earlier as well. So maybe we want to cover that a little bit. So we get some more air superiority here on the Germany front. East Midlands. I think these can just rest for the time being. All right, so back to the Navy, and I'll send something south. I want to help them out, help the French. So for the British Home Fleet, let's pick up one more of these smaller fleets to send. Not the main one, but one of the cruisers, DDs, and maybe a sub or two. That's a BB, that's a bit too heavy. I suppose we just send some destroyers. I can't recall if they've been fighting any cruisers down there, but if it's just subs. Have I played TFT? What's TFT? The fuck? I'm trying to figure out what TFT is. Probably not what I was thinking. So yeah, I don't think I'll be sending any battleships. I want to keep them until we need them, and they're going to be like fuel hogs as well. So let's hold on to that for the time being. All right, so we'll send the Western approach fleet. We'll send that to protect. I guess we should protect Dublin. That was a major, like Liverpool and Gloucestershire. They were major ports during the Second World War, so let's make sure they're protected. Sea Strike Force, Patrol. Onboarding. What are the special ones for submarines? So let's look. Convoy escorts. We'll put into also on support here then. That's. Of course, the initial idea was to send something south to the Bay of Biscay. Got distracted, as you do. So this one's operating currently. Everything else is often like the Caribbean, South America, and somewhere off to the east. An online auto battler? No, would then be the reply to that. I guess that'd be something that could be fun to play on your phone, like if you're waiting for the bus or something, or the train. For playing something on the computer, I think I want something maybe a bit more active. Does that make sense? Okay, so this one could be fine. 1 cruiser and 6 DDs. So we don't. It isn't too much of an investment in resources, but we can still help out. So this one's at Portsmouth, and we'll send them south to the Bay of Biscay. This should really put the screws on the Germans. Yeah, because there's a bit of fighting here. On task force. Patrol. Here. Yeah, it's basically just destroyers, right? So this should be a good fleet for that. Yeah, like a side game of League of Legends, mostly strategy-based. Oh, that's kind of interesting, though. I used to play a bit of League back in the day. Don't currently. I found it a little bit stress-inducing. I'm sure you can relate to that if you played it. I sometimes think, oh, maybe it'll be kind of fun to play again. You see high-speed rating, that's screenings. This could be good, though, just for like catching ships and protecting, right? Long-range rating. Yeah, I'm going to do this. There we go. All right, some more research. Fleet slots. Do this. 100% bonus on speed. Oh, no. There was something we were going to do, like we were going to get something for the infantry that was really important. What was it? Engagements in the Bay of Biscay. Okay. Oh, it's this one. Okay. Active. I wouldn't want to be them. Like 4 subs, 20 DDs. Not a good time. Okay, so it is apparent now you can actually go into negatives on polygon power. I did not think that was a thing, but it would seem, because I was like in the minus 121 earlier, so I must have bought something that costs more than I had available. Interesting. Okay, so I'll have to keep an eye for that so I don't do that again. That's probably bad. All right, how are we doing here? Still struggling a little bit with the garrison. We are producing a lot of anti-air, so it should help. Yeah, it cost 200 when you defended the Czechs. Oh, I should have read fine print. See? That was my mistake. I'll have to keep an eye out for that later. So there's all this stuff as well. And I think that is why we have some good commanders. I think. Therefore, I am. This is like, I guess, modifiers you can apply, right? At most 50% chance of maneuvering, coordinating, aggression. Best of the best. Start level new Navy leaders. Oh, I see. Good training. Well, we're not planning to lose them to begin with, at least. Navy leader cost. It's more of a long-term thing to worry about, I think. All right, let's do the aggression. We're just sinking stuff for now. Yeah, this is really cool, though. It looks like you can really customize your Navy and Army and Air Force to a specific idea of like how you're playing the game. I really like that. You know, gives a lot of replayability to it. I guess that's the reason why the Steam reviews keep talking about stop playing HOI 4. Lose your girlfriend, lose your life. Just play HOI 4. I'm starting to see it. Yeah. I have to be careful, I think. That's it, right? Slow down. I also play like EU5, and I've been tinkering a little bit with EU4 by myself. So, yeah. It's not like those games are any less time like consuming, right? Like the worst games to play. You know, if you want to have short gaming sessions. On the bright side, though, I think that it can be a lot of fun to stream as well, because you have these continued stories that people can like watch and see how things progress. So there's like that upside. And it can take on really cool challenges like Mini does a lot. Let me see. Yeah, I'm confounded with the other stream. I'm just checking it. It's like it is live, as far as it tells me. Stream status excellent. Stream is healthy. Stream is in excellent health. But there's no stream. What's going on? Somebody's lying to me somewhere. Oops. Didn't mean to click that thing. Okay, what else do we want to do here? We might want to speed up a little bit. That's one thing, right? Let's put a little bit more heat on the computer here. All right, our entrepreneurs returned from negotiations in Athens when the Greeks decided to invite us to further discuss deepening our economic ties. We could not refuse. Needless to say, they made a compelling case for why it might be ideal that Greece's industrial standing was strengthened. The matter of whether we seek to invest in their nation or leave their industrial potential up to fate Doesn't matter, we got to decide. Let's see. We shall grant them a charter so they can invest. Gain small investment in Greece. Consumer goods, about 10%. That's good. It's not Britain's interest at the time. Sorry, old chap, but your uncle has more important business elsewhere. Keep your chin up. So one thing I'm really missing here from E5 is that you can't click the middle mouse button to lock like the pop-up screen. And I'd love to be able to just scroll over the name of the different events and get information about what exactly... Like this one's kind of obvious, right? But this one is, yeah, I kind of know what's going to happen, but it might have additional effects. So I have no idea what this actually means in gameplay exactly, because it doesn't tell me. It just gives me the name, right? No, there's a wiki, but I don't think I'll be looking up every single thing that shows up, right? Because that would take forever. But we'll give them a chance. We're okay with that. We're not too heavily invested. And like I said at the start, I'm mainly wanting to supply naval and air support. So not too many boots on the ground, if you will, if we can avoid it. We might join D-Day, but we'll see. Right, 35 points here. We're still kind of working on that. So stability is okay. -5 for at war. We gave refuge to some German scientists. That's right. Forgot about that. That's a whole -5%. They're not liking that. That probably hit the press. It's like traitors in the government. Aftermath of the Chilean earthquake. An earthquake of magnitude 8.3 maximum, Macaulay intensity of 10, has left the Chilean cities of Chillán and Concepcion in complete ruin. 28,000 lost. Wow. And there's a big one in Venezuela, like in the week, wasn't it? Right, let's see. Anything else we need to do? We're actually okay on the fuel supplies and everything. And I mean, the main fleets, we'll keeping them in for now. And no need to push them out, because we haven't seen any big ships. Let's check the Eastern Front. Let's see, how do we get the diplomacy started? Blue is good, red is bad. Mammal. So I guess Italy is kind of neutral at the moment, or something. Or they have a bad opinion of us. Fascist, no elections. It's kind of strange seeing them on the other side, because usually it's me playing Mussolini here. Right, let's pick a new national focus, and we had something clear in the research tree as well. So let's see. Let's check a little bit on the left here. Some of these here, which might be useful. Special Air Service. What is that? An officer by the name of David Sterling has come up with the idea that a small commando unit might be capable of harassing the enemy behind their lines, causing tremendous damage. Naming them an air service has the added benefit of causing them to believe that they have to defend against paratroopers too. They may well be married to this. There was a TV show made about this, about the SAS in Africa. A really good show if you haven't seen it yet. Alright, so that's land troops. I'm more concerned about actually getting good airplanes, like fighter command. So trying to get to that possibly. Yeah, control of the skies, and that gives air experience plus 25. I think, yeah, we should push towards this. Towards that end. Go for rear rearmaments. In any war with a continental enemy, the Royal Air Force will provide the key to victory. First, we must ensure that our air bases can support our rearmament plans. We'll start this. Then we have something available in research. Now we need to pick that thing that was really important, which I'd forgotten about. I think it has something to do with supporting infantry, anti-tank guns. I think that's what it was. Let's go check it out. So this is artillery. But we need this stuff. That's the tickets. All right, let's pick that up. So we can actually add that to the default units. A bit more anti-air, I suppose. Aren't hurts. I think we need a little bit more here before we can actually spend anything into investing in the office corp and such. How are we doing here? French is still at 21. So I'm not too concerned that they're taking over. Should be okay for the time being. Okay, so these air wings are not active currently. They are in West Germany, doing nothing. So when I give them these tactical orders, are they temporary? Like they fly for like a month or something, and then return to base and have to be ordered again to continue? Blood. Oh, I see. So it shows me the French forces here as well. I'm guessing, right? It's automatic. It's like the CAS here, right? We have some CAS, I think. I could apply them this way, right? And I think that's Army 2. I'm guessing this is the French one. Claude Archinek. That doesn't sound French. William Slim. You also haven't picked a command to them. Ah, okay. So, yeah, these might be some of the ones we flew in and just forgot to get them orders. That's possible. All right, so if I want to do close air support, I'm going to support this guy. I'm thinking this is the army up here.
Listen up!
Let's just zoom away a little bit.
Attention!
No, okay. He's commanding stuff down there. Never you mind that. All right, now I want to help the French on this. Close air support, and we're going to do CAS. Might need to be closer with this, actually. So these, let's move them to the Nancy Air Base. Still has 500 capacity, so should be fine. As for the tactical bombers, we just keep them here in Paris. I think that should be fine. Strategic bombing. Right, so that comment's been put in, and we're just waiting for them to move here to Nancy. And then they can do CAS here in Western Germany. It will do continue their air superiority flights. So now we should have everybody should have a command. Hopefully. We'll give them a few moments. We have to unpause, obviously, to get it going. All right, so we get a tech tree opening. So let's get something selected. Might as well update the R2 with the 40% bonus already. Is there any other slots? I think we have all of them filled up. Let's open up. So that's for the airstrikes. Let's do the strike aircraft. That's probably CAS. Ground naval, precision naval bomber, torpedo swarm. Close air support, plus 10%. Let's do this one. Pinpoint strikes. So we'll unlock that. That should help the French. And army experience, we could probably get a land doctrine then. So I'm guessing these kind of increase with time just through experience as they fight, etc. So you spend points unlocking them, but you don't actually have to spend points. Yeah, so they unlock at 100 mastery. So it's something that just comes through experience, I think. What does operations do for me? Molotov pacts. Defense organization. So many goodies. You can't do it all in one game. Why not to do? Yeah, we'll do this. I guess it's a safe option. All right, so this is for Vauxhall and its armored things. We just start on this. And this is for, let's see. Oh, okay, so trucks and mechanized units. Composite cargo bed. Reliability minus 7%. Production cost minus 5 though. Steel cargo bed. The main question is like, how many units are we assuming that the Germans are going to bomb or blow up? If there's more, then yes, go for this. Low production cost. Don't need reliability. They're going to be blown up anyways. This, however, probably better if we can keep them safe. Let's look at this stuff. I guess these are units, mechanized amphibious landing units. All right. Silent and medium machine guns. Breakthroughs, that's good. So trucks get breakthrough? I guess it would be breaking through checkpoints, right? And that kind of stuff. So, kind of like a breakthrough. Large chassis can be mounted heavy guns. I don't know if I'm even going to bother with this. Arm protection. It's just tanks. I think I just want 2 tanks. I regret that. But we'll find out. Military police. I'll do that instead. So we got this, and let's see. Raiding submarines. Mining. Okay, let's do raiding cruisers to begin with. Special project. So we get to pick a new one. Maybe escort carrier would be kind of cool. We don't need the long-range support because we're going the route to make them manage themselves, like the colonies. So we're just going to be like around Europe and the Mediterranean mainly. Maybe we'll fight a little bit in South America, but I think that's about as far as we're going to go. All right. Escort carrier to safeguard our supply lines. We want to develop smaller, more economic carriers, providing cost-effective air cover and anti-submarine capabilities across the ocean. Yes.
Ready to move!
Okay, so these are infantry.
Attention!
I'll just pop them here, I think. Good for now. How's this going? It's fairly even at the time. The losses are kind of mounting up on the Allied side. I'm guessing they have better troops and better armor, for the time being at least. It's like a full-time job picking all these research paths. They keep popping up there like every minute or two. All right, let's see. Hydraulic recoil system. This is for what? The artillery, anti-tank, any kind of support unit like that. Oh, rapid fire. Would you look at that? Soft attack plus 10%, hard plus 4, and air plus 4. France is just running through Germany. Yeah, and getting shot to pieces will do it. You know, judging by like the losses, right? I want to think this is just because of our superior air force, our beautiful, like British airplanes and strategic bombers. If it wasn't for us, this would not be happening. Clearly. We'd write that in history books anyways. I don't know if that's true, but that's going to be our story. Seems good. Oh, yeah. Well, look at this. 50,000. That's mounting up. They're just, they're just charging into the machine gun nests. Crazy French. They're losing all the fronts. Air rearmament. Okay, so now we should be able to get the bomber command, I think. These two are going to help. And then we do fighter command afterwards. I think we need this more, just to kind of hit the strategic supplies of the Germans. Like Willow Dohe always said. Where's the naval invasion? Well, I'm more like naval faction units. Kind of force for the time being. Just kind of keeping them in check, right? We're trying to lock them in. And I don't think Germans are going to be attacking our shores anytime soon, with our air force protecting the channel. And we have ships on the, ready to pounce in case they show up. Let's see. Yeah, the bombers will always get through. Advances in radar technology and anti-air defenses notwithstanding, we should prioritize development of better bombers. Sounds good to me. Three civilian factories. Okay, we should build some more stuff. What do I guess military factories or naval dockyards? Let's do a few more naval dockyards. Like in these hot zones. Need a bit more infrastructure here, clearly. So let's fix that. Click, click. I should do it for now. Let's see. Turkey delivered an investment portfolio. Representatives from Turkey have visited our country and met with many of our politicians in the hopes of garnering endorsement for their investment scheme. The government of Turkey would like for us to use our resources to better their own industrial capabilities and output. Turkish officials have inferred that by assisting their nation, we might be able to expect aid of our own in the future in the form of military alliances between our nations. It's probably a good idea, isn't it? If it's aid they need, then it is aid they shall have. Invest in Turkish state buildings. I thought it was a rocket, like an ICBM for some reason, for a moment. It was like a crashing plane, right? But it looked like an ICBM just flying up here. Thank goodness it wasn't, right? That would have been bad. Right, 2 more research slots. 39. You can send rockets if you invent them. This is true, Halocus. Not sure where though in this playthrough. I'm trying to do like a historical one somewhat, right? Which means we'll actually have to send troops in with D-Day. And we're not going to be invading before that, Palogis, with our fleets. Whatever you say. Alright, some more doctrines unlock. What's this? Fleet escort, anti-air light attacks. Sure, we could do that. Okay, how are we doing here? I personally never used the rockets. No, I mean, they weren't really a big thing. I mean, rockets were actually more used on light aircraft and such to attack like semi-tracks and open kind of vehicles like that. But they've been used against the tanks as well. There was a famous engagement, I was just watching something about it the other day, but a single-handed kind of pilot went in 2 or 3 or 4 times on a small kind of airplane, similar to a Cessna, and he just had his rockets attached to the wings, so he had to go back and forth. And he was actually attacking a tank battalion. There might have been Tigers. I can't recall, but it was really impressive. So he kept diving in, and they kept kind of peppering him with machine gun bullets and everything. But just came back and back and back. And he actually blew up like 8 tanks or something. It was crazy. Those were rockets. Yeah. Special project complete. Helicopter. Yeah, it's not looking good for Germany here, on the East Front at least. Helicopter Brigade. So they're more in reconnaissance. Interesting. Wait, what's all this? Am I picking a new one, or what am I missing here? So this one's working on this. This one, I think these guys aren't working on anything, so let's put them to work then. We might need some special factories, I think. Oh, I see. We need to research heavy bombers or heavy bombs before we do these. So we might just be soft locked for the time being. And this guy, is it the same research tree? It kind of looks like I can't pick anything here right now. All right, that's fine. So docking is available, and let's pick medium. That's going to be hurricanes, I think. Heavy interceptors. Air attack 10. King Sog. That almost sounds made up. To Italy. Let's see, Albania. I see. Heavy interceptors. Air attack 10%. Air mission efficiency. Oh, strategic bombing 15%. Man, I want to pick all of these. It's so over for the Albania bros. True, Palos. So true. All right, let's do... I'm going to go with either heavy interceptors or theater interdiction. Let me think about it a little bit, see which one I think might be better. This one would, of course, help with keeping air superiority, which is needed to be able to actually bomb anything. They're both so good, though. And then this one actually gives you air efficiency or mission efficiency as well. How do you guys decide between these? They're all so good. Damn. All right, I'm going to go with heavy interceptors. That sounds pretty cool. Although their lack of agility can be a drawback against lighter aircraft, heavy fighters can carry destructive anti-bomber firepower. All right, Ethiopian request, overlordship of Eritrea. Haile Selassie, butcher that, no doubts, has requested overlordship of Eritrea should we manage to capture it from Italy. The region has been under Ethiopian control, so historical precedents for the claims exist. Haile Selassie also made the case that all the Habeshi people, it's like I read everything like in a question mark. It's like, because I have no idea how to pronounce it. Should be united under one ruler. Further, citing the fact that ever since the Italians occupied Eritrea, Ethiopia has not had access to the sea. Well, I suppose we can, right? But I don't think we're going to be capturing it, but we'll say, yeah, sure. We'll help you out if we ever get around to it. All right, another research slot. This one's almost done too. Let's get some more anti-tank upgrades. Germany has ignored every warning. Poland refused Germans' ultimatum. It's kicking off. But now we should be able to actually produce some of these anti-tank weapons and change also the core units we have to include that. Because that was a terrible, terrible oversight on my behalf. Luckily, Klania pointed it out to me, and we're now gonna add anti-tank. It's actually back here. Anti-tank battery. Okay, that makes me feel so much better. Now we just need to produce it. Right, so support units. There we go. 2-pounder. It's not too heavy, is it? That's kind of bounce off a Tiger. But this is early war, kind of. So we have time to catch up. We'll start producing this with the Royal Arsenal Artillery manufacturer. And we should probably push this slightly higher in the production queue. Let's give maybe 3 or 4. We're gonna need it. Speaking of, we need those military factories. Let's pull this up a little bit. Up we go. Right, let's check the logistics here, see how we're doing. So CV fighter, is that like a carrier fighter? I'm assuming. Tactical bombers are being shot down quite actively, so I need to stop building more of those. Because we're looking at the front here. It's looking quite bad, actually. On the West Front in France, they were too aggressive. I said they've just charged in there and now they're being just utterly destroyed. Don't know what they're thinking. We're gonna get like isolated and cut off as well. Even if the beautiful, magnificent English Air Force is supporting them, it's not gonna be enough. Czechs are gonna be gone soon. No, don't tell me that too. They were doing so well earlier. Oh no. Just like a couple of months ago, they were just charging into Germany like it was nothing. But that's clearly backfiring now. Look at all these beautiful bombers. They're German though, but they're still glorious. Yeah, I don't know how this is going to go, ladies and gents. We'll see. Let's see. Well, it's easy to push country from surprise, but at the end of the day, they'll steal a mighty nation. Yeah, I mean, the industrial capacity of Germany or the German Reich is going to be much, much greater, isn't it? Just hear the screams. I mean, I zoomed up really far. I can still hear the screams. That tells us, they're doing badly. Let's go away and we'll ignore it and it'll be fine. Just listen to the music, relax, everything's a-okay. All right, as for the escort carriers, what do we want to do? I like the idea of higher speed on these, so they can actually move in quickly and help out. Let's do that. Some free dockyards. Don't have any free military factories, but that's being worked on currently. So maybe a little bit of work on, I don't know, some cruisers. Check the logistics again. But there's a way to quickly see how much you're producing of each, right? Just scrolling down this list and trying to tally it, it's very inefficient, I think. It's a ledger somewhere, I think. So maybe that's where we'll see it. So if I want to see the Navy, for example, can I somewhere quickly see like how many destroyers have been, produced and cruisers, etc., without, without looking through all of the production tree here, which is kind of a mishmash of everything. I suppose we could do this, right? What if we left click? Let's just shift click like this. This could work. So, trying to produce 2 heavy ships. When is this one finished? This one's outdated though. It's just started, so we should probably switch. Super heavy battleship. Are we gonna stop producing one of these? Should we? Ooh. I mean, that's what we've been researching it for, right? Will beat the Germans to the Bismarck. We'll create the efficient ships mark first. That'll be like the first super carrier or super battleship. We no hablo navy or something. Fair enough. They are, you know, the whole navy thing is kind of complex, isn't it? I watched like an hour-long video they produced from Paradox Studios, which kind of explains, I think, fairly well how the navy works. I might have to watch it again. That's just like basically how the, you know, the order of combat and that sort of thing. You know, explains greening, what the submarines, when they come into it, and all that stuff. But it doesn't really go too much into the details, like all the modules and all that stuff, right? That's like another layer. But we're going to try this. A super heavy battleship. We're going to call it Fish and Chips Mark. Like the Bismarck, only the British version. And let's see, we need some battery on this. Super heavy battery. Damn. And here, we'll give it the best of the best. We should really. I mean, we're going to be spending so many resources anyways. We probably need to make sure it's decent. Fire control system. Which is going to be this one. We'll give it type 2. Bing, some radar. Is that the best engine? Engine 2. At least they keep it simple, right? And then some secondary batteries. Do we want one just for damage, or do we want to be able to support it as well, like against the aircraft? So dual purpose gives us light attacks and light piercing and anti-air. Light and light piercing. A small turret mount for rapid-fire cannons designed to defend capital ships against destroyers and torpedo boats. Yeah, we'll make it... I guess it'll have to rely on the support fleets and aircraft to give its anti-air, right? I actually managed to finish my New Zealand campaign. Oh, awesome. How did that go? Did you survive? Did you expand? Yeah, it was pretty cool, the stream. I wish I can check it out. I was watching, like, you play the other day. It's a fun stream. So I actually had to pop away for the last 5 or 10 minutes. And then when I came back, you just wrapped it up, so I didn't get a chance to say bye. But yeah, thanks for the good stream, by the way, Palog. It was a good one. Let's see, you lost 10k New Zealanders, but managed to take out 800,000 Japanese. That's brutal, man. I don't know if I feel right about that. That's a lot of Japanese people. Well done. All right, so we got this. Should we add some of this extra stuff? I think I'm supposed to try to keep like speed around 27 and above usually. I mean, for regular ships. And it will affect like me be able to catch up and hunt other navies if it's too slow. Because I think maybe we'll get like better engines later, so which will kind of help with that. This is going to take a while to build, so maybe I can do it this way. I just skip the additional modules for now. Let's see. Ran out of manpower 4 times. Not surprised. What's a New Zealander? Palogis, tell him. People from New Zealand. I don't know. Who knows? I think that's where, like, Mordor is. At least that's where Lord of the Rings was shot. And sheep. A sheep. This is single sheep. Nice one, Mini. All right, so let's see. Do we want any armor on this stuff? There's a module slot, anti-air secondary duty purpose. Oh, we could get an aircraft facility here for like a scout if we wanted to. Or one of those helicopters we've been researching. I guess this is the armor. I don't suppose there's a way to glue additional armor on this stuff. There's a slot for that. Super heavy batteries. Build custom. It doesn't seem to be a case. Alright, so this will be good enough, I think. This is a good start. We don't want to overdo it. We don't want the ship to be too slow. But we can then update it later on when we have additional research and a better engine. So until then, the efficient ships mark, this will be the thing. So save. And we'll put that into production. Are you sure you want to switch? I want to switch this one. And okay. Oh, look at that. Juicy, juicy, juicy. I'm gonna save now. Just in case something goes wrong. More like in case the computer crashes up or something. Let's see, at least as New Zealand, you can just ask the UK, USA, and Germany for Navy. You can ask Germany as well? Interesting. I guess that depends on if you're aligned with Germany or the, Axis allies, right? I don't have special forces yet, no. I decided not to bother with them for the time being. Because we're more going to be like Air Force and Navy. Because they were actually here, right? This one, I was looking at this, the Special Air Service. But I decided I'm not going to bother with that for the time being. Even if the SAS was a really important part of the British forces in the African Corps campaign. But I'll probably get them later, but for now I want to do the fighter command as such. Let's see, Air Force fan versus anti-air enjoyer. I'm cooked. Yeah, you don't stand a chance. If I played multiplayer against you, Pavlokis, knowing this, I'll just kind of mass produce like heavy tanks just out of spite and just roll in just to destroy all your anti-air and then start flying my beautiful planes above your lands. As you do. Okay, so next thing to do. So I got fighter command or bomber command. Hey, Exit, welcome in. Nice to see you. Man's chilling. Wow, you're on the right channel for that. You never do heavy tanks? You haven't played Germany yet, though, have you? Or was that Mini? I think if one of you hasn't played Germany yet. That will be the nation for heavy tanks, right? You get your Panzers, you get your Tigers, and you get your Maos. That's a crazy tank, that one. See, we need to make a little change on my side here. Overlay settings. Click. Event overlay, chat overlay. Where did I put it? Oh, there it is. Okay. Let's make it a little bit bigger so I can see a few more messages at once. Yeah, so Mini, I actually made my own app to show me overlays. So it tracks both messages, like chats, messages, events, and gives me information about various things. And it's supposed to track like which and the other streaming channel. It's quite cool. It's like what's it called? Electrum, I think it's called, application. Yeah, I could use Streamlabs, but I didn't want to pay subscription, so I made my own and made it like custom in the way I want to use it. And I'm just kind of moving it around on my screen a little bit now, which is kind of cool. So I had a free one before, but this one like is actually a lot better already. So I did that over the weekend. Oh, Stream Elements is free. Oh, I thought you needed to subscribe for all that extra stuff. I mean, I do use Stream Elements for the events, so some things go through there. But like, I didn't want to pay subscription, so I made my own app. What a flex! Yeah. Do you feel it? Flexing. I should do. Yeah, I think like some of the advanced things. I know if you want to multi-stream using Streamlabs, you need to pay subscription for that. I'm just doing it over OBS now, and it's supposed to be working, but apparently it's not showing up on the other streaming platform. So I don't know what to make of that, because that platform tells me it's currently streaming, but who knows, right? Yeah, so you have Stream Elements and Streamlabs. Yeah, they're slightly different, right? But I'm using OBS for the streaming software, and then Streamlabs for like events being caught from Twitch and some stuff. But that's the free stuff. Oh, so Czechoslovakia is not looking hot right now. It is really starting to buckle, isn't it? We got this coming up. Start Lend-Lease from the Sultanate of Muscat and Oman. Yemeni Flishpat? I don't know what that's supposed to be. Is that a reference to my super battleship? Like the fish and chips mark? Is that a little shot at that? Okay, so the Sultan wants 10 total air anti-tank on a monthly basis? For how long? I don't... I'm afraid I can't do that right now. We need these for our own kind of production. Sorry. Alright, so we got one more port. Let's put that one towards the super heavy battleship. The fish and chips mark. Oh, yeah. It will dominate the waves. Right, what else? What else? So we can actually make some decisions now. We have a bit of polylegal power to play with. I think we could pressure the Dutch a little bit more. Might as well. Cancel the trade deal with Denmark. Do we? Remove the Danish produce, which grants division attrition minus 2.5. You're really good. Yeah, so basically I lose 2 civilian factories. I think I'll keep it. It's probably good for diplomatic relations as well. All right, so we got the military police. And what else do we want? Radio operator is probably big. I don't think we have any trains to production. We might need to start looking into that. Well, let's get a signal company at least. We'll start researching that. Start with that. Due to my terrible sleeping schedule, I seem to be turning into a night and morning streamer this week. I don't know what to make of that. Sleeping schedules are overrated. Fear my landship. Do you have a mouse? Is that what you mean? That's what, yeah, my chunky heavy mouse. I have a mouse in World of Tanks, that game, if you ever play that one. And boy, is it fun. I don't have one in the other big game, which is, well, War Thunder, was it? I play that a lot less. All fun games, though. Also sleep? Who needs sleep? Yeah. It's kind of like a sheep. Only it's got 2 legs and 2 hands instead of 4 legs. Let's see, the Swiss Confederation seeks trade agreement with the United Kingdom. Despite their historical neutrality, the Swiss Confederation is seeking to establish a trade agreement with our nation. Either they seek to align themselves with us, or they are more desperate than we thought. I think they're desperate. Regardless, we stand to benefit from tapping into their industrial capacity and convenient location without having to go through the ordeal of invading their heavily fortified country. On the other hand, this could mean strengthening their position in the event of a future invasion by the United Kingdom. This is true if they flip sides. I mean, it's historical play, though. So they would be neutral and then they would lose to the Germans, right? So eventually these factories will be used against us. So question is, how historical do we want to go with this? Because, like, the Brits, of course, didn't have any crystal balls. We kind of know what's going to happen. You know, the power of hindsight. But the Brits didn't have that. So should we play it authentically from that perspective that we don't actually know what's going to happen? Or should we play it with the hindsight notion and be more strategic with that? What do you guys think? Flip a coin. That's also a good choice, isn't it? I think I did that about something last time as well. It turned out horribly. So let's do that. God will decide. Yeah. Skewer flip. So heads, we support. Tails, we go the hindsight route. There we go. It's tails. So God has decided that we actually know that they're going to use it against us. So we will not trust Switzerland. And we'll take this option here. We cannot trust the Swiss. Any nation that doesn't have fish and chips as their core meal cannot be trusted. There we go. So that's decided. Might have to take a break soon and maybe use the facilities and get a bit more coffee, possibly. Perhaps. I don't believe I've already been playing for 3 hours. This game. Beer time? What's that? Hotwire 4 eats it all. I don't know what it is anymore. Okay, so let's see. Okay, we can pick a new doctrine. Let's do something with the heavy aircraft here. Let's see, what do we... That's for the strategic bombing, isn't it? Orbit bombing. This could be good. Because we're trying to support the French, right? With our Lancasters when we get them. We do have some early war bombers. So maybe this is the play. Yeah, let's do this. 20% additional bombing here. I like that. Exiled leaders to join from Ethiopia. Your fight is not yet over. And this is such a fun game. Like, the more I play it, the more I get sucked into it. It's scary like that. Scary good. All right, so how are we doing on the front there? How are the French doing? Not great, are they? So much for the little push. That's been utterly destroyed. And all I see is like my planes being destroyed. What are they doing? Yes, let's check this out. Poor computer. Pew. Okay, so let's see. If any of these are... I think some of them might not have any commands anymore. They seem to kind of cancel out eventually. So let's refresh them to make sure they're actually working. Here go the sirens. They know we're coming. Alright, so these are what? Oh, these are naval bombers. Was no wonder they're not being used. Okay, let's send these back to London, shall we? And we'll have them work on the English Channel. Maybe they can bomb some of these submarines that are trying to sneak through. Back up here to Leicester, maybe? London. If you can. I do sometimes find it a little bit hard to actually click correctly on the airfields. Get them to register to click, if that makes sense. Okay, so they're now in southern England. Strength 24. Maybe they need to rest a little bit, recover. What do you guys think? Should I just leave them there for a bit? I'm guessing the strength will recover with time if I just do that. But if I send them on a mission straight away, they'll just wither away and eventually be destroyed as units. That's my guess anyways. The fall of Nanjing. Anti-air upgrade. Yes, let's do that. Let me have a look at the divisions here. So one thing I'm wondering about a little bit is like all this support, right? Do these get automatically updated? Like as research progresses? Or does it just take whatever is being produced at the time? So instead of updating it on the units, I would go in here and, for example, it's a shift click, isn't it? Hide everything else. And then kind of upgrade the type of artillery being used, for example. You got it now? Yeah, so we got some more unlocks here to check out. This is going to be for the RT again. Good. Soft attack, hard attack. Oh, that's really good. So this one we did earlier. Now, do we want to... Oh, they're mutually exclusive. Oh, I hate these. And love them at the same time, because it forces you to make strategic decisions about your forces. But I just want them all at the same time. So these actually need hydraulic recoil system researched, I see. Rockets, hard attack. Anti-air. That's only for the anti-tank. Oh yeah, rocket artillery, okay. So I don't know. We're going to have a lot of air force, right? So we don't need that much of air support. But maybe we need more of this. Because we're not going to have any tanks. We've kind of decided on that. So let's do this to strengthen our anti-tank. So that's locked in. There we go. Decision has been made. Watch this. Some more research. Let's see, we're now at 1939. Is that... Yes, you're right. Let's improve the destroyers first. Next speed. That's quite interesting. So depending which factory I choose, it has a huge effect on the output of the vehicle. That's really big. So the only thing I've been looking at so far has been like the percentage. Now, I don't actually know what it is, but I'm assuming it's like the higher the percentage, the better. And maybe it's a faster production speed. Or if any of you happen to know the percentage number here, like 71 here, and 49 here, and 55 here, what that actually means, it'd be awesome if you could let me know in the chat. Right, but I think for this particular one, like if I'm just look at the modifiers, I like this for like the sub detection and the depth charges and the mine sweeping, because they were all about that in Second World War, like the wolf packs, and you know they lay mines by the major ports and everything. So I think it's going to be probably the best choice for me. I don't know. I just click buttons to make it go away. Yeah, that's what I've been doing so far. But I think, is that the best way to do it? I don't know. But let's do this anyways. I like getting the anti-tank sort of approach on this. So maybe that particular build then, it's actually a huge decision, Mini. Because it's like any destroyer built from that chassis will have those modifiers. Okay, so now we can do this coastal command, and we're getting close on maxing out the air force, which is what we want to start with. So coastal command. Our industry driven by resources shipped to Britain from many distant parts of Europe, of the Empire. Our convoys are our lifeblood and must be protected by both the Royal Navy and the Royal Air Force. We should set up a special RAF formation to protect the approaches to our ports. Yeah, makes sense. Naval bomber, research. This is all good. I got too many pop-ups, which means I'm not clicking fast enough. I was wanting to make more military factories, I believe. So spread the love in these highly industrialized regions. Up here too. Nice to spread it a little bit, so if they bomb one location, I can still get protection. And let's get some infrastructure up here. Get that up to 100%. Now, I'm noticing these two have 60%. And even if these have 80, I'm kind of wondering if there's like a negative modifier. Because you have to move from here, from the capital, through these regions to be able to get to these. Is there some kind of mechanic like that in this game, like in U5? Right, military industrialization, Royal Arsenal once more. You're getting lots here for the anti-air, towed sort of things. Big guns. Sotec plus 2%. Everybody likes big guns. It's not exclusive, is it? No, so we'll pick that up. Okay, so Athens we can help. Don't trust Switzerland, but Athens is fine. Right, so the escort carrier, what you want. Shall they specialize in anti-submarine warfare or spotting surface targets? Let's see what we get. Sub-detection, 12%. Sub-surface. I think, you know, with all the destroyers we have and all the research we put into improving them, I think we can go for a balanced build on these here. So no preference. So 5% on both. Incoming raids detected. Raid plans have been intercepted. Facility strike on Sussex from Germany and Italy. Oh, the cheeky monkeys. So if it's been intercepted, is it like we know they're coming, or is it like we've actually handled them? I guess they've been handled because of the airplanes. It's a good thing I put up a good grid to protect us against raid. I've also built a few more anti-aircraft kind of encampments, like in the southeastern and southern parts of England. Right. A decision to be made. For propaganda, we could probably do something cool with that. Let's see. There's frugality. Even civilians can help win the war by care and attention to our material usage. Every gram of steel can be made twice as valuable to the war effort. So yeah, let's do this. We'll do some radio propaganda. That'll give us support for the war effort. That's probably a good idea. Another doctrine, fleets in being. Let's check out the capital ships. We're getting a few of those now. That's the line of battle. Attack when in combat alongside the pride of fleets. Naval fuel consumption is 5% less. That's probably going to be needed for us. We don't need to be fast, though chances to score critical hit 3% extra. That's huge. But naval supply consumption actually goes down by 5% with this. That's interesting, because they're like quick to sink, I suppose. Because it's green, it's positive, isn't it? Yeah. Because it was, otherwise it would be red on a +5, I think. We could go for this if we want to give bombardment support against Germany. We're going to be fighting both here, like in the regions around Europe, and also in the Mediterranean. So we probably need to focus more on the Navy being effective as a whole, instead of just for bombardments. We're going to be either line of battle or fast battleships. Attack when in combat alongside the pride of fleets. Is that like the main battleship? Like, can you define like this one ship is the pride of the fleet? So anybody that fights in that particular one army or navy group will get that modifier. So I can lock this into this kind of big, huge navies, I think. So I think I like this better. Let's go for the fast battleships. There we go. If you select a pride of fleets, I think you start with one already, though. Yeah, I think I've seen it at some point. It has like a little crown next to it. Like when I look at the navies. Like, you know, I think you see a little crown just next to it. Maybe if I look at the ledger. Like the Navy one. Like here we go. HMS Hood. Of course it is. Yeah, so if any ship is fighting with them in the same fleet, would have gotten that modifier. Neat. Neato.
Attention!
We're missing an R here in the Bree Theater. Might as well do proper. Let's see. Okay, so France is moved down. They used to be at 82% of taking over. So it's working off here. But it's probably because they lost so much in their invasion there. Look at Czechoslovakia. So small now. Dockyards, 30 and 31. We need to get everything back here again. So we got lots of work on destroyers. Maybe we'll put some more into the cruisers, or the carriers, actually. Let's do it. So what are they missing? Yeah, so anti-tank, that makes sense. Did we? Yeah, we have that in production. Just gotta catch up a little bit there. Okay, well, we've been streaming now for 3 hours, so I think this is a good time to at least take a little break. So I'm gonna head out for a while. Might come back later on with maybe a bit more HOI 4 or maybe something else. Who knows? We'll see how it goes, right? Well, thanks to everybody for stopping by and hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, you too, Midi and Pavlokis and all of you guys. It's great to see you guys again. I really appreciate you dropping by. All right, so until next time, take care of yourselves and have a good one. Bye for now.